Old-school sunglasses.
Sunglasses, as we know them today, were first invented sometime in 12th century China. The primitive frames were a crude slab of roughly shaped smoked quartz made to block out the sun. The darkened lenses were only available to the very rich. They weren't vision corrected and didn't offer protection against harmful UV rays. But they did help to hide emotions from others while talking. This was particularly handy for Chinese judges at the time, who routinely wore smoke-colored quartz lenses which allowed them to conceal their true feelings and seem emotionally detached while questioning the accused. But centuries before Chinese judges found a use for sunglasses, rudimentary snow goggles had been used by Inuit and Yupik communities. These snow goggles would be made from driftwood, ivory, or bone with a slit cut into them and protected the eyes from sunlight reflecting off bright white snow. I guess they had permanent cinemascope vision too. No fancy riding. There are plenty of bizarre laws across the United States of America, but one particular law in the city of Galesburg, Illinois is a real sucker for cyclists. No fancy riding. For a definition of fancy riding, look no further than the Galesburg Code of Ordinances, which states that no rider of a bicycle shall remove both hands from the handlebars or feet from the pedals or practice any acrobatic or fancy riding on any street. Well, that rules out Galesburg for my cycling circus tour. According to a Galesburg police officer, the bizarre law probably came about during a time of great concern about bicyclist safety, when there were more crashes than usual. Thankfully, the law is seldom enforced with any punishment, so kids are free to take their hands off the handlebars without the fear of being thrown in jail. Life-saving foil seals. Ever wondered why pill bottles have protective foil seals beneath the lid? You might assume it's there to keep the pills airtight, but the real reason is far more morbid. On September 29, 1982, Mary Kellerman took a Tylenol for a cold. A few hours later, she was dead. That same day, Adam Janus died in exactly the same circumstances. When his brother and sister-in-law visited and developed headaches, they took Tylenol from the same bottle, and both perished within the next 2 days. In the days that followed, 3 more people suffered the same mysterious fate. By early October, investigators discovered that the pills the victims took were laced with cyanide. Over 31 million bottles of Tylenol were recalled, and a couple more deadly bottles were found on shelves in the Chicago area. Someone had taken the bottles off the shelves, put cyanide into the pill capsules, and then placed them back. The criminal was never caught, but the following year, U.S. Congress published the Tylenol bill, making it a federal offense to tamper with consumer products. And in 1989, the FDA established federal guidelines for manufacturers to make all such products tamper-proof, which included protective foil seals. Ancient apples. They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But what if that apple had been sitting around for a year? Sounds totally gross, but here's the catch. Most people have eaten a year-old apple at some point. Apples ripen during a very short period in the US between August and September, so keeping them in stores for the rest of the year means they must be treated with chemicals and kept in cold storage. In a warehouse setting, apples usually sit for at least 9 to 12 months, with one investigation even finding that the average supermarket apple is 14 months old. But that's not all. Scrape a supermarket apple with a knife and you'll notice something strange. The white substance you see here is actually shellac or carnauba wax, which is used to keep the apple fresh. Apples actually produce their own natural coating of wax, but some of that is washed away when growers wash the fruit to remove field dirt or any leaf litter. Applying an artificial coating of wax not only makes the apple look shiny and new, but helps to seal in the moisture, extending its life. But the coating can also act as an oxygen barrier, meaning the apple may look deceptively fresh, but is actually soggy and tasteless inside. What's more, consuming the wax in large doses could be harmful to the colon and small intestine, so perhaps it's best to stick to just one apple a day from now on. Which of these facts impressed or amazed you the most? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to titillate your trivia senses some more, why not lose yourself in the Be Amazed Fact Show next? As always, thanks for watching, guys.